Hi, I'm John Halloran, and I'm going to show you how to change a word's pronunciation if you're using the iPad in Lamp Words for Life. It's my name is pronounced Halloran, but in the South, some people like to call it Hollerin. So let's just pretend I've decided to change my name, because if you spell my last name correctly on an iPad, it actually sounds correct. But I've decided I want to be a Hollerin instead of a Halloran. And this is me being kind of silly, but it could be you type in a common word. Like in the old days, I remember if you used to spell the word taco, it would come out taco. But usually it's a name, an uncommon name. Most words come out just fine. But sometimes when you're adding names or other towns or things like that, or maybe your favorite restaurant, it comes out, instead of Bruno's, it comes out Brunnies or something. But anyway, whenever that happens where you add a word or you spell a word and they don't sound the way you want, I want to show you how you fix those. You start, it's called editing the pronunciation of a word. It's real simple on an iPad. You just hit menu, and look, the very first thing comes up, edit pronunciations. And then it shows you all the words you already have in here, like look how they had to do fajitas. So right here, I get this little plus sign for me to add a new word, which makes sense. I want to add a word, so I hit the plus sign. And then right here, this is the word, and this is how it's going to be pronounced. So now I can spell my last name correctly. Now I touch down here where it says pronounced as. It doesn't matter about capitalizations there either. It doesn't matter one way or the other. Now, where it says pronounced as, I want it to be Hall instead. So I'm going to do H-U-H-A-U-L, and I can always listen to this by hitting pronounce. Nope, not quite. Hey, I did it. And there's no right or wrong answer. You just keep playing. But Hall or End sounds like really my dad's 92 and he's just mad at me right now telling me, John, our name is pronounced Halloran, but the thing does it right. So I'm just gonna say good, I got it right, hit save. And now I can see it. If I went through this list of words that are in here, I would see Halloran, and there it is. So now I've done it, so I'm done. So from this day forward, if I go to my name, it looks right, it shows up on the screen. Let me get rid of that go to meeting there. Well, I'm not sure how to swipe to get rid of that. You can see now I have my name looking right and sounding right. So it's kind of slick. I'm going to give you two more fun uses of the pronunciation, changing a word's pronunciation. For a fun literacy activity and teaching humor, which is always fun to do, if you have a child who's into that sort of thing right at an appropriate stage. When I used to do therapy with kids, this is one of my favorite activities to do, is to try to teach them to be funny and humor. And when you do things with fun and humor, it makes it easier for the kid to remember. So whenever I was working on literacy to spell mom, I'd show them the motor plan and where the letters are on the keyboard. Then they would touch up here. But to make this fun, we'd go into the menu, we'd go to the edit pronunciation, and I would hit the plus sign again. This time I would say, Mom, pronounce that as boogerhead. So now I would hit save and done. And now the same child, now when we showed them that they could, and we go in and make dad say snot nose or something, just whatever you thought was appropriate with humor. Now I might have left it for a day or two, let them to go home and show mommy that they say her name when they say mom, or when they spell it, they get this funny joke going on. At some point in the near future, you'd want to change it back. So menu, edit pronunciation, you find that word mom, and you could either change it back. What's easier though is once you see it, you just swipe and delete. So it's real easy to get rid of it. Okay, now the third reason I want to teach you about editing pronunciation is for abbreviation expansion. Now in here you have, in the iPad, you have a button that's actually for abbreviation expansion, where you can go in here and say, make JK equal to expand to. But you could have just as easily, I'm not sure why we gave you two ways, but we could have menu, done edit pronunciation and hit plus, and we could have said this way, you get to play with it. You say JK pronounced as just kidding. So there's two ways to do it, but I like this way better. Remember, I'm getting old.
Just kidding.
And then I hit save. And from now on, if I ever spelled that into a sentence, or if I ever did.
Just kidding.
So you see, you have this nice way of using the pronunciation dictionary to do, or the edit words pronunciation, make words look right and sound right, make literacy more fun and teach humor. And the third reason is for a form of abbreviation expansion, another way to encode vocabulary. I hope that helps, and let us know how to help you with the individuals you work with. Thanks a lot.